Hi, we're excited to have you here at Behind the Arch. My name is Chris Betcher, Associate Director of Alumni and Parent Relations at St. Norbert College. Behind the Arch is a news series in which we'll shine a spotlight on the talented folks at SNC as they share with you what they know and what they love, sometimes draw from their day jobs and other times are taken from their hobbies, pastimes, and adventures of lifelong learning. Behind the Arch allows us to engage with you, our St. Norbert College family, no matter where you are. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Todd Danen, class of '77, and Billy Falk, class of '08.
Welcome back to another session of Behind the Arch, connecting yesterday with today. Billy Falk, class of '08, and my dear friend Todd Danen. I'm going to jump right in on this one. Todd, we mentioned last time that the Highway 41, when it was originally constructed, went right through campus. So that got me thinking. What about other campus layouts? What other streets? What did the campus look like? I mean, we can all look at pictures. I'm recalling that great one down in the campus center, Van Dyke Gym, if we go back to session one, but of what the place used to look like, farm fields and a few buildings. But can you talk to us a little bit about the campus layout? Main hall from Boyle to, you know, please take your time with this one. I know this will be a good one.
All right, thanks, Billy. Yeah. Well, you had mentioned 41 went right through campus, and technically it wasn't right through. At that point when 3rd Street would have been Highway 41, 2nd Street still existed.
2nd Street.
And the majority of the campus would have been east of 2nd Street.
Okay.
So, towards the river.
Okay.
Okay. So why don't we just. Since it was brought up, we'll just quickly talk about 2nd Street.
Well, let's not quickly. I mean, I don't know if many of the modern day students or even alums, I mean, in 2004, when did 2nd, I'm curious.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I've only known about 3rd.
Certainly wouldn't recognize it. 2nd Street ran from Reed Street.
Okay.
So, right about where Madeline Lorraine is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so obviously it ran north to south to Stewart Street. It ended at Stewart Street. So that makes it about maybe a 5-block street. We took out 2nd Street during the summer of 1974.
Okay.
So if you can, but obviously the campus started when we talked earlier with classes being held in the old convent, which was next to the church, and the old grade school, which was just to the south of the church. Main Hall was the first building that Father Pennings built in 1901, opened in, I think, in '02 then. Then the second construction would have been a really large project, Boyle Hall, in 1916, 1917. In addition to Boyle Hall, a new grade school was built, which was located just to the north on the other side of Grant Street, up to Boyle Hall, with St. Joseph Grade School. That was built at the same time. In addition, there was a heating plant, sort of maintenance building built, which exists right behind Main Hall. I don't know if there's anything of that structure still left, but I suspect part of that structure is still involved in the building that's there now.
Okay.
So those 3 buildings, all as a gift from the Boyle family in 1917. Plus there was some land donated for athletic fields, and I'm not exactly certain if that's the current area, excuse me, where our baseball and softball diamonds are, or if it's just area that's just south of campus where Sensenbrenner.
Okay.
But some land was donated too by that family.
You mentioned Grant Street.
Yes.
Did Grant Street perpendicular to 2nd? Did that go all the way through?
Yeah, Grant, yes. Oh, yes. It still does down by the river, correct? There's a block of it left.
There's a block. Well, the address of the college is 100 Grant Street.
Yes.
Right? We all know that.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Grant. Yeah, Grant was a main thoroughfare in De Pere on the west side. And it ran through. I'm not certain. I'm going to assume Grant was taken out when Bemis was built.
Okay.
Most likely that
Okay.
block between 3rd and what was 2nd Street.
Okay.
I mean, when obviously in '74, when 2nd Street was taken out, Grant ended at 2nd then.
Okay.
Because I recall there being a parking lot in that area. So,
Wow.
but it still ran in front of at that time because there would have been a resident hall there where Todd Weir,
Okay. My library.
your library, Todd Weir Hall was dorm 4. I don't want to jump ahead of ourselves.
No,
if we
but
want to
that's
go about
okay.
buildings.
We don't.
Grant.
Well, we could always talk about buildings if
Yep.
if folks are interested. But I'm more so interested in the street. So that thoroughway there, where most of our students today walk,
Right.
would have been 2nd Street.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That
From
sort of connects all the way from the Mulva Family Fitness right down to Madeline Lorraine.
exactly.
Okay.
Yep. That was 2nd Street. That you know, I recall it altered homecoming because that's where homecoming, the parade would start
Oh yeah.
on 2nd Street.
Yeah.
And actually the Hall of Fine Arts, the main entrance was to 2nd Street. The Penning statue
I was always
that's
curious.
now here in the library, that was in front of the Hall of Fine Arts. I think it showed up in the mid-'60s. I want to say 65, but I could be off by several years there. But when that statue first appeared on campus, it was right there, and there's some benches there now.
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
nice little courtyard.
Yes.
So that's yeah. You know, it's probably. I mean, the campus is beautiful without
Yeah.
having 2nd Street.
Oh, can you? I
Obviously.
cannot even think about if cars
Yep.
in today's world
Right.
would go right through there.
And then the same is true for what is College Avenue, which was originally called Butler Street.
Butler
There's
Street.
still a section of Butler Street that's on the, you know, what would that be, on the west side of 6th Street, off
Oh.
of campus.
Okay.
However, I think we actually have campus buildings now that we own.
Right.
On 6th, you know, that
yeah,
might have
on
a
6th
6th Street address,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we
So,
do.
yeah, we're on the other side of the tracks.
Okay.
Okay, so, but that was Butler Street that ran right up into front of Main Hall.
Yeah.
The Main Hall was built in '01.
When
Yeah.
I was a freshman at St. Norbert, well, all 4 years for here, I could go from 3rd Street and go left onto College down to the parking lots before
Right.
they built the building we're currently in, the library.
Right. Yep.
That street was still there. So they've been we've been slowly moving and changing streets
as campus moves
as
west.
campus moves west.
Right. Yep. So that section, you know, where the arch.
Yeah.
Which brings us
Behind
here
the arch,
today.
yeah.
That section of College Avenue must have been taken out in '61.
Okay.
I'm going to say, because I'm not certain of that, but that's when Sensenbrenner Memorial Union was built, our new cafeteria that was built in '61, where the Michael's Commons is now. So that became a mall, I believe, in '61. Now, next door to it, just to the north, the Hall of Fine Arts, that was the cornerstone there is 1955, so I'm assuming that opened in '56. But obviously, 2nd Street was, there was a corner of 2nd and College there.
Yeah.
I remember cars would be able to drive there. But once the new cafeteria, Sensenbrenner, was built in '61, which, Billy, do you know where the cafeteria before that cafeteria was? Just a little sidetrack here.
Well, before Memorial Union?
Before Sensenbrenner Memorial Union, which was your cafeteria.
My cafeteria, yep, loved that place.
So prior to '61, where would the cafeteria have been?
Would it have been in Main Hall or would it have been in Burke Hall?
Originally, the first cafeteria, which wasn't a cafeteria, it was just a dining hall,
Dining hall.
diner. They served it family style, was in the lower level of Main Hall.
Okay.
But then there was a cafeteria between Main Hall and Sensenbrenner Memorial Union. Any guesses
No, I have
on?
the buildings no, I don't.
It was in the basement of what was then Resident Hall.
In the basement of
The
Burke.
Resident Hall was in Burke, yep, or Byrne.
Or Byrne, or Residence,
One of the
okay.
few buildings that has 3 names.
Names.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's our Sybil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure
Yeah.
there's been a lot of crazy personalities
Oh,
inside that.
I'm sure.
Father Grease used to
I'm
call,
sure.
when Father Gene Grease was the Dean of Students.
Yeah.
And prior to that, he was the Dean of Men.
Okay.
And he had a great nickname for a group that lived on, I don't know what floor. I hope they catch this, though. He called them Rag Row.
Rag Row.
You know, this floor. And he tells great stories about that group of guys that lived on Rag Row.
Oh, Father
and
Grease.
that would have been Burn Hall at the time.
Okay.
But that said, but back to College Avenue.
Yeah.
Where the arch now sits. That, you know, when that became a courtyard, before the arch, there was a fountain there.
A fountain,
And
really?
I don't think it lasted that long. Again, we could use some help on that. Obviously, you put a fountain on a college campus, what's going to happen?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. People are putting detergent in.
Yeah, they're putting soap
They're putting soap in that.
Yeah.
There wasn't a single Sunday morning where, as a kid, walking with my grandmother to church through campus, where you wouldn't see suds.
Oh, is
no
that
end
good?
to the suds and that, you know.
Oh.
So obviously the fountain didn't stay long. I have no idea when the fountain came or when it left, but I'll bet you it had a short life.
I bet you it did.
But it was always clean.
I'm sure it was. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The
That's
fountain.
too funny.
And I think, go. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think we should pause there
Okay.
and see and end our session here. And if anyone has any information on the fountain, the years it was there, or anything else about the streets, email us at alumni@ss.edu, and we'd be happy to talk about it on the next episode of Behind the Arch.